In our checking in segment, let's welcome back a familiar face to MetroArts artist, Geno Harris. Welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
This is your fourth time here?
I know, yeah.
Yeah. So let's begin with a history background. You are actually the co-founder and director of the Poor Man's Art Collective, which started in 2003.
2003,
How
yeah,
did you get started in that?
I was working at the DIA, and I was very interested in art. I had these huge walls, and so I just jumped in and started creating art, and out of a necessity of trying to show my work in different galleries, I found it rather difficult being an emerging artist to get my work shown. Yeah. So I just decided to find some like-minded individuals, and we formed a collective, and we started doing pop-up galleries all over Detroit.
Definitely. Now, you kind of mentioned the support. As a member of the LGBTQ community, how important is it to have that support?
Well, being a member of the LGBT community, I think it's always important to have role models and to show the community that I am a part of that we can do just as well as other people who do not, identify with being a gay male or a gay female. So I just feel that it's really important for me to show that we can do good things.
Now, aside from the Poor Man's Art Collective, you're actually moving to a different stage in your life. You just got a new position as managing gallerist at the Carr Center on Woodward.
Yes.
Tell us, what does that job title entail?
Well, the gallerist is responsible for a number of things, namely managing the programs that come through the gallery. We are responsible for several exhibitions that happen throughout the season. And also, which kind of ties into what I was doing with the Poor Man's Art Collective, is searching out emerging artists through their, what they call the Artist Hub program, which reaches out to artists who may not have the finances to find a space and put on a show. And the Artist Hub program is there for those artists to submit an idea, and we help them along the way to a full exhibition to show their work.
Okay, seems like you got a lot of responsibilities.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So with all of those responsibilities in this new title, tell me, what are some of your goals as far as programming-wise?
Well, my goal always, which harkens back to the Poor Man's Art Collective and now here at the Carr Center Gallery, is to find those artists, whether they're emerging or established artists, but we kind of want to help artists show. A lot of people who are artists here in the city don't realize that there is a program that is for them to help them, and so we are looking for artists who are very uniquely talented but are operating in obscurity. So we're saying, come on out of the woodwork, come on down to the Carr Center Gallery, let's sit down, let's talk, let's find out what your ideas are, and let's do some exhibitions.
Yeah. So you mentioned the Poor Man's Art Collective, and I know with the new position, it could kind of be a little scary whether you're prepared for it or not. Do you think the Poor Man's Art Collective prepare you for this, and if so, in what way?
It absolutely has prepared me, specifically dealing with other artists and trying to accommodate what their vision is. Being an artist myself, I kind of have that sensibility of being an artist and now being a gallerist and working really both that way as part of Poor Man's Art Collective. You're working on both sides of the coin. You know what you want to present as a gallerist, but you also know what you want to show being an artist. So being a part of Poor Man's Art Collective has prepared me, because for 14 years I've been working with artists, trying to get their vision to a cohesive idea. And that really serves me well working at the Carr Center Gallery, because I'm dealing with a lot of times more professional artists who already have a set idea as to how they want their art to be shown. And so, sometimes, it's a give and take situation, so, but it works and it helps out a great deal.
Now, real quick, we were actually talking earlier, and you had a nickname for the Poor Man's Art Collective. What was that?
PMAC.
PMAC.
Yeah, Poor Man's Art Collective. it tends to, in a lot of conversation, it seems to be a mouthful for a lot of people to say. So a lot of people who are a part of Poor Man's Art, we like to call ourselves PMACians. So, you know, it kind of stuck. And so, you know, in any given situation, I'll say PMAC as opposed to saying Poor Man's Art Collective, because it's, you know, it's kind of long.
I like it.
Yeah.
And now, if you could give any advice to any upcoming artist who wants to make it into the business, what would it be?
What I would say is it's come down to the Carr Center Gallery. We have a lot of programs down there that will help you to realize what your dream is, not just the visual, the music, the dance. There are so many different programs that are down there to help you come out of obscurity. Don't stay inside. If you want your music to be heard, if you want your art to be shown, come on down and let's sit down and let's have a talk and we'll see what we can do.
Okay, cool. Now, you brought a piece with you today. Can you briefly tell us about it?
Well, the name of this piece is called Gaia. It is the representation of the spirit of the earth. And the name implies that it is female, and it harkens to my idea of what a strong woman is. I have a lot of females who are in my life, and a lot of my work tend to represent strong women. And you know, with a lot of things that are going on in the world today with climate change and different things like that, I thought it to be rather appropriate to present my idea of a strong woman who is taking care of the earth and dealing with what we have to deal with today.
Now, Geno, where could people find out more information about your work?
Well, I am on Facebook under my name, Geno Harris, and also we have a Facebook page for Poor Man's Art Collective, and also you can find out more about me as well at thecarcenter.org. We're also on Facebook as well, and those places, that's where you'll find me.
Okay, cool. Well, Geno, I want to thank you so much for coming back on the show. It was a pleasure interviewing you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're watching MetroArts on Detroit Public Television.